All right, so part top four.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Josh, what is your number 4 song of 2015?
Okay. So as I mentioned in part 2, 2, 3, and 4 are kind of interchangeable. They're all just neck and neck.
Okay.
But my number 4 song is by our 친구 Sunny featuring Baek Yerin with 미유.
어떻게 말해야 되지 그냥 솔직히 말할게 baby I think I'm in love
자꾸 기분이 업돼 생각만 해도 찡해 장난 아니야 no play 확신이 들어 There is something going between
Miu 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 It's you and Miu 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 It's you and Miu 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 It's you and me and you This song like I don't need no girlfriend 왜냐면 드디어 만났거든 girlfriend 이 노래를 듣고 꺼져 ex-girlfriends Don't call me 그녀가 불안해하잖아 What you want from me 이유는 간단해 Cause she got something for me 너와는 달라 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 말 못했지만 넌 번식을 바라고 그녀는 맘쓰기 바래 I said it 비교해서 미안 그녀 함께하다 너와 놀면 하품이나 yawning
So what?
날 위해 그녀를 위해 너는 block 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 Boy I'm kinda new to this 어떻게 말해야 되지 그냥 솔직히 말할게 baby I think I'm in love
자꾸 기분이 업돼 생각만 해도 찡해 장난 아니야 no play 확신이 들어 There is something going between
Miu 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 It's you and Miu 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 It's you and Miu 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 It's you and me and you I rap this song like I don't need no
That song,
girlfriend
so catchy.
So catchy?
I loved it when it first came out. I love it to this day. I love Sunny's rapping in it. It's so clever. Baek Yerin's voice, wonderful.
Great voice. I think she shines the most in featurings.
Yeah,
Not
she really
necessarily
does,
her solo songs. Although people in Korea love her solo songs.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, originally this song was like number 10.
Oh.
And then the more I listened to it, I was just like, yeah, I still like the song. Boop, I like the song. Boop, I still like the song. Boop, 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 boop. And then it went all the way to number 4. How did that happen?
The only thing I whenever I hear this song, I very clearly hear a cat meow in my head. Meow. And like that's the beginning of the song or whatever, right? This song is not on my list.
Not on the list. Wow. I didn't really expect it to be on your list, to be honest.
I do like this song a lot.
Yeah.
I just, I think it kind of got lost in the shuffle for me, and I actually just didn't really listen to the song that much throughout the year. I think if I did listen to it more, it would have been higher, but...
there's this like keyboard in it that's like, wow, wow, boom, 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 boom. And that really just hooks me in every single time. I hear that and it's like, ooh.
Yeah, I mean, 2014 was like the year of Sunny collabs. And this year he didn't have as many. Recently he had one with Mad Clown, right?
Yeah.
Which was a pretty good song. Sour Grapes.
Yeah.
But this was like his only guy-girl song, right? That he was kind of known for in 2014. And I don't think the song was as good as his previous ones. And maybe that's why I
kind of omitted it.
Kind of just blew past me. But saying that, like, it's still a great song. I think it's a song that not many people... Like, I think it slipped off the radar for a lot of people this song.
Maybe, yeah. It came out decently early in the first fourth of the year, I want to say.
Yeah, I think it was one of the, shining lights in the first half of the year because as we were doing this podcast, the first half of 2015 was not good.
It's pretty dry.
I think almost all of the songs that we're talking about are coming from the second half. Almost all of them.
Maybe not J Park.
I mean, My Last came out in the middle of
Star.
the year. I mean, if it was before me going back to America, like that's summertime, like that's...
It's true, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But anyways, not on my list, but Sunny is great, great dude.
Yeah.
I do like his, I think he's the cleverest. Granted, this is all hearsay because I don't understand Sunny, but from what I've read and heard from you, like his lyrics are amongst the most clever.
They're very
Korea.
kind of a little bit borderline jokey, but
I mean, especially
clever to
Sour
that
Grapes,
point,
right? Is really jokey.
Yeah.
All right, so you're number 4, Sunny. My number 4.
Is it not going to be on my list?
It is definitely 100% not on your list.
On my list.
Okay, I don't even know if you even know this song. I kind of want to play it for you because I think you just don't know this song.
Okay.
Now this song, this is the only song of the year that is, again, this is not a guy rapping and a girl singing. These are still 2 people singing. All right. But it's like, I'm sure you can picture it. It's the music video is just 2 people in a recording studio. It's like super low budget. Not much effort was put into that music video, okay? But the song is, I love this song. Okay. It is by Besties Uji featuring Mikey of the Channels. And the song is called Love Letter.
있을 거야 말로 표현하기 너무 어려워 오글거려 너와 항상 눈이 마주쳐 그땐 달아나기도 했었어 혹시 난 내 맘 들켜버릴까봐 맘졸이며
그대는 모르죠 참먹이만 하고 싶은 말을 다 여기 담았죠 너는 혼자만 Here's my letter
낮은 목소리 너의 눈웃음이 잠 못 들게 해요 이게 사랑인 거죠
너는 입술이 어색한 표정이 사랑스러워 이제 알아줘 우리 같은 맘인걸 그런 맘인걸 Yeah yeah. What you tell
I knew
me?
this song was going to be somewhere in your top 10. And as we start going up and going up, I was like, maybe
Where is
not.
it? Maybe
Maybe
not.
not. Maybe it's not going to be up there.
I love this song so much.
How does the chorus go again? It's like,
You're saying that right now, and
Oh
I'm
my God.
panicking because I don't know.
Oh my
but
God.
okay, why is this song so good? Okay, the song is so good because Mikey, or the Chancellor as he's called now, has I think like the
Amazing
silkiest, smoothest voice I've
yeah.
ever heard in my
He
life. in
put out
K-pop.
he put out another song, Soniga.
Yes, which is not, but he also the better one that's more relevant I think is Better.
Yeah.
He had a song called Better, and his voice is just so smooth.
It's really
So
it's
distinctive.
it's an R&B voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so sad to me, of course. By the way, he is part of Double Psychic,
Yeah.
which means he helps produce a shit ton of K-pop songs. And he produced this song too. It is just, it's a ballad with a beat, but it's got R&B flavor from the Channels, or
Yeah.
from Mikey. It's got the super cute kind of ballady part from Uji.
Yeah.
It's got them going back and forth together. It's got everything that I love in K-pop ballads, which is it's not a boring ass OST type song, right?
Out of the beat.
It doesn't even, it's not, I don't even know if it has a beat. It's like a ballad with R&B. It's like this weird mix of like, it's a R&B ballady song. I don't know.
I think I know where you're going with it. It's very K-R&B.
Yes.
It's, which is a little bit underrepresented, but Steven and I, we don't kind of exclude it. We actually really, really, really love K-R&B.
Yeah.
And we recommend, I think most of our songs are kind of K-R&B,
Yeah.
I feel like.
I think a lot of my top kind of like Zico's, I mean, it's pretty much, well, I don't know if that's R&B.
No.
That's what
maybe not in our top 10, but
I think Jay Park is kind of R&B.
But for me, I feel like I choose a lot of K-R&B, and a lot of K-R&B almost made my top 10, but it's just the fact that I really love the genre, more so than I love the songs. That's why
individual
I kind
songs.
of
Like I just want everyone to hear this song. I don't think I've ever in my life skipped this song. Because A, it's not a very long song.
Yeah.
B, there are
It's like 2 minutes something, right?
yeah. Weirdly enough, this year there's not that many of these types of songs. So like, whenever this comes up, like it's kind of like a breath of fresh air from everything that I'm listening to.
Something new.
And I cannot oversell how much I love Mikey's voice in this song or in general. Like, and you know what? I wanted to throw Bestie somewhere in there because I love Excuse Me, and that's somewhere in the
I
in the
knew
five.
you were gonna talk about Excuse Me.
Yeah,
but
so
I didn't
wanted
think
to
it
give
would
a
make your
little
top
bit
10.
to Bestie, yeah, for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my number 4.
So your number 4 was very shocking.
Y-
For me, at
Okay,
least,
okay.
I didn't see it coming. You admitted that.
I would if this song is on anyone's top 10 list that you can find on the internet, I would be shocked.
Yeah.
Whether that makes me crazy because nobody likes the song or not, I love this song.
So my number 3 song, it might really shock
Shock
and
me?
surprise you, but
Girls' Generation.
if you know who I am,
Who am you?
who am I? Who is me? You won't feel so surprised. But my number 3 song is a guy named Park Kyung featuring Park Boram with Ordinary Love.
새로운 사람 흥미가 생기고 뻔하디 뻔한 말들을 주고받아 서로 눈치채고 있는 타이밍의 용기 내 하는 취중 고백
끼워 맞추듯 치밀곤 유아고 야라 부르던 너가 자기가 돼도 너무나 익숙한 장면 같아 반복되는 대사부
너도 웃기잖아 이거 좀 웃기잖아 소설 속에 발단정기 위기 절정 결말처럼 언제나 같은 프로세스 딱 그 정도 뜨거웠다 식는 연애의 온도 항상 그래왔기에 함부로 치지도 못하는 설레발
근데 이상해 좀 잘못된 듯해 다 설레고 조급해
평소처럼 또 머물다 가는 순간의 감정일까 아님 혹시 이번엔 다를까 Baby I gotta go 나 반복이더라도 다시 제자리로 온내도 I don't give up 날 들었다 놨다 하는 너 보통이 아닌 girl
Oh boy 너의 행동 말투나 표정 이상형과 달라도 자꾸 끌리는데 어쩌겠어 날 들었다 놨다 하는 너 보통이 아닌 girl I can feel it
I knew this song was gonna be on your list too.
So
I knew it.
good. Like you were mentioning earlier that Zico's Boys and Girls was the song that you after you got off work, you put it on, you listen to it at least one or twice before you kind of start getting on. For me, I don't know for how many months, every single day, Park Kyung, Park Boram, Ordinary Love, like every single day almost. It was so good. It was like routine for me when I got off work, and it's just so good.
And yet only number 3.
Because Kisum, you and me
That's
was
true.
too.
That's true.
Kisum, you, and I told you 2 and 3 and 4 are really.
Yeah.
Really there.
You're right. You're right. This is it's not on my list. It was on my list.
Really?
I really do like this song. I think
I'm surprised.
I think I had it.
I know you liked it, but
Yeah. The only reason it's not on my final list was I did a little bit kind of Legacy and Red Velvet and Big Bang.
yeah,
With
we did Legacy a few
yeah,
songs.
and B, even though I did like this song so much, it's not a happy song. Like it's a little more. It's a happy song, but it's not like my kind of like Cuban
It's
top
not. It's not
happy
so
song.
upbeat.
Yeah, like it has a little bit more R&B in it. It's it's got rapping, it's got singing. Of course, it's got what's her face in it, Park Boram. But like it just barely like on my list right now. It is right under number 10. if there was any song that we've ever talked about so far that was just barely, it was definitely this song. And Park Kyung, if you don't know, he's in Block B.
Yeah.
And he's a rapper, but then he sings also in this song, which was very surprising. Great voice.
Great voice.
And just him going back and forth between Park Boram, it's really a song.
Like for me, you were talking earlier like about Sleepy and his collaborations and Sonny and his collaborations. Like this for me is I think the gold standard in collaborations. I really do love it when there's kind of a girl singer and a guy rapper.
Yep.
But I love it even more when one of those two entities they also kind of dibble dabble with the other.
Yeah,
Right.
I see.
Like you have a rapper like that can also sing a bit, because what really makes collaborations like this really shine is when you have them kind of singing or rapping over each other. Like the girl will sing over the guy when he's rapping, or the guy will kind of
like an actual duet, right? It doesn't
Yeah.
just sound like they recorded in separate
Yeah.
booths and then got blended together.
like the guy will like kind of talk rap like the hook or something. But there's points in this where they're both singing, and I'm just like, that sounds great. Yes, sign me up for that.
I fully 100% am okay with this choice.
Yeah.
This could be a song where, again, in 2 weeks' time or in 3 weeks' time, it might be number 5. I don't know.
Yeah.
For me.
It's true.
So yeah, if you haven't checked that song out, it's a great song.
Yeah.
Great song. We've always known, especially in 2014, we do love our collaborations.
We do.
And it's I don't
Very
think
apparent.
it's very apparent. Actually, I don't think it's as apparent this year as last year.
Yeah.
But I don't know, actually. I mean, Jay Park's got a lot of... I wouldn't really call Jay Park's collaborations per se.
No.
But, like, I picked Uji, Kisum, Zico, Sleepy. I mean, you had...
Sonny, like Kisum, this guy Park Kyung. So we
Jay
have
Park.
a few.
I mean, sort of. Yeah. Okay. My number 3.
Ooh, I'm really excited about this. I really am wondering.
It is not on your list. I know that for a fact.
I'm sure. I knew that number 3 and number 4 weren't going to be on my list.
So, okay, originally I had these 3 together. I had Jay Park number 2, right? I've already talked about Jay Park's my number 2. I had Zico at number 4. And I had this song at number 3. It's still at number 3.
Okay.
And there are 3 very similar songs in my mind.
To this song?
Yeah, they're similar types of songs. Okay. They're like all songs where like I love the beat. I love kind of the there's something in this song that I just like. It's just catchy and it's in my head and I just love it.
Okay.
And this song has one of the few dance moves that always, whenever I hear this song, it just is in my head. It's definitely not shiny. This song is by Madtown.
Oh.
And the song is OMGT.
널 바라보는 사람들의 시선 거리를 지날 때마다 난 느껴 매일 난 지금 내 앞에 있는 널 보면서 말해 Oh my god babe Yeah Oh god Oh my god babe Come on Oh my god babe
이렇게 완벽한 여자를 만나게 해줘서 고마워 눈물 나게
Oh my god babe
God dang baby you're so special 빛나지 언제 어디에서
어디를 가도 비추는 spotlight 내 삶은 모든 순간이 highlight You are so awesome baby 너의 모든 게 다 너무나도 완벽해
네가 걸어가는 길마다 시선들이 너를 따라와
Watch out 여신 같은 내 여자에게 한눈 팔다 천사 따라 천국으로 강제 소환
나 신께 너무 감사해 이렇게 완벽한 네가 내 여자란 게 널 바라보는 사람들의 시선 거리를 지날 때마다 난 느껴 매일 난 지금 내 앞에 있는 널 보면서 말해 Oh my god babe
Yeah Oh God
Oh my god babe Come on Oh my god babe
이렇게 완벽한 여자를 만나게 해줘서 고마워 눈물 나게
Oh my god babe
God dang baby you're so special 빛나지 언제 어디에서
Oh my god, thanks. You're number
I fucking love this song. Now this is a very new song. Honestly, I think if this song came out earlier, it would have been even higher.
Oh my
Like
God,
I've listened to this song almost as much as my number one song.
Oh wow, wow.
And I know your number one song.
I know
because
your
we
number-
haven't mentioned it
I know
yet,
your
right?
number one song.
But like I cannot express how much I love this song. Like we mentioned earlier how Jay Park was really good at emulating American song. Like
Yep.
I think Madtown's OMGT takes the Joro formula and makes it more American and simpler because it's not about dancing as much, right? And like it has like a club kind of beat that Jay Park might do, an AOMG beat that Jay Park might do. It sounds very similar to some like Chris Brown songs.
I can get behind you on that.
And like we've always said that we like the rapping that Madtown has, you know, because they have Pro C, whereas they were known before that before Madtown existed. Like they have good rappers, and I just I never skip this song. I listen to this song fully. They're very much like Kisum song. There are parts in every part of the song, verse 1, verse 2, chorus, bridge. There's parts in the entire song where I'm just like, I love it. And this just sounds dumb. Okay, this sounds dumb. I know it sounds dumb.
I'm sure it sounds. Anything you say sounds dumb, Steven.
Fuck your mom. But the way the guy says, like, he says, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
It's like,
oh my God.
not the "oh my God" thanks part, but there's like a part in it where it's like half an orgasm, half like something. It's just like a He does like this He does this like move when you can't, if you're listening to the audio version, you're not seeing my hands, but he does this like sound, and like I don't know what it is, but I fucking love that sound. It's so satisfying to hear that sound. It like fits the song perfectly.
Okay.
It is because the whole song is about like I'm so thankful that I have this super hot girl that everyone stares at, right? And like it's just like that sound of just like and I'm just like. I'm afraid like I'm listening to this song and I make that sound sometimes and I'm just like walking down the street and I'm just like
And I think people are like,
people are like, what the
it's
fuck?
fucking weird.
At first I thought, okay, 17 is definitely has the best boy group song that'll probably be on my list. But then like I was like, what am I talking about, man? This Madtown song. I don't like any of the previous Madtown songs.
No,
Madtown was not on our radar in the slightest.
Do not like any of the previous.
But besides Procy, right?
Procy doesn't count.
Procy doesn't count because they went full boy group and they were full generic. I didn't like it. But good God, this song, like, I think it matches very well with Jay Park. So I made like a mini playlist of just Jay Park, Madtown, and Zico's. Where it was just, like, if I want to hear a song that gets my head, like, you know, my head
bobbing,
banging.
Yeah.
You know, bang, bang, banging. Like, as much as I like Big Bang, right? Like, they don't make, that's not a head banging, okay? That's fun. That ain't kind of semi-American, like, oh, yeah.
You don't do this to Big Bang, you know?
Yeah.
You don't got that groove.
Like, I don't know why, but good Glavin.
You know what, Steven?
I love this song.
I was really excited to hear your number 3 because I knew it wasn't going to be something that I expected, for one. And number 2, I knew you were going to be really, really kind of excited to talk about it because obviously number 1, number 2, I kind of had an idea about what could be in those spots. And number 3 and number 4 were really the ones I was kind of like, Steven, you're going to surprise me with something that I'm not expecting. And the Uji Chancellor song, or Uji Mikey song, whatever you want to say, that did surprise me, but still in your same vein. Very Steven-like, but Madtown, OMGT, blew my mind. I didn't expect it at all.
Didn't expect it at all, huh?
100%.
You should listen to that song more because as someone who likes Jay Park and put Jay Park, I mean, you put it number 5, right? But like,
I mean, I really like that. I really like that song, but part of it is just kind of, it suffers from it's too kind of cheesy for me.
I don't think it's that cheesy. I mean, I can get the like,
if I'm not,
oh my God part, but like besides the oh my God part,
like I'm taking it kind of too seriously, I guess, kind of the way you take Jay Park's sex strip seriously. And
but that's so weird to me because the dance is literally the goofiest, dumbest dance, and they're just like all praying to this girl. It's just hilarious.
Yeah,
to me. Sex strip is not Jay Park took that song full serious. He went full sex trip.
I think the reason that's so funny for me is because he's trying to be
So
serious.
hard,
Yeah.
and it doesn't work at all.
Yeah, and like, okay, this sounds really ridiculous, but like Madtown, it seems like they're trying too hard to be goofy.
See, I don't like if they were trying too hard to be goofy, I would think that'd be more like GOT7's just right. Like that's what I think by goofy. I think they had the proper amount of kind of fun, kind of not serious, right? They were not serious, but like that's the type of thing you need for this kind of song, right? You don't want to be too serious.
You know
That's
what?
why I like My Last, because My Last is the least serious one. Like Mome is serious. Jay Park is like
Super.
ass and titties, right?
Eat some sushi off
Yeah.
your titties.
Off your titty, right? But like
Yeah.
My Last is like even the music video is just
Playful.
fun. They're playful. They're just
Yeah.
hanging around. It's like a joke, you know.
You know what, Steven? You've convinced me. I'll give Madtown another listen after we're done with this.
And then listen very closely for that.
okay, okay.
It's such a good.
I'll listen for the orgasm. for
Like
this.
if he wasn't having a real orgasm, I don't know what. He's fucking good at that shit.
Oh
He should
my
be
God.
an actor. All right, before we get to number 2, although we know our number 2s,
Yeah, pretty much before we get to our number 1s,
yeah.
I should say.
Let's talk, of course. Let's read a couple more reviews. We got a couple more reviews on iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
Again, our goal is to hit 100 by the end of the
calendar year.
And well, we have a week and a half. I think it's totally doable to try and get 100.
Yeah, we have 90 at this point, I think.
Yeah, we have
Something like
90
that.
at this point, and a
the time
lot
of
of people
recording.
download this podcast because it's the end of year 1. But we want to thank Jima2267. He or she says, if you're like me and have no friends that listen to K-pop, here is a podcast for you. I enjoy that they say whatever's on their mind, good or bad, and they also hook you up with some Korean shows that you might have never heard of, like The Genius, the best Korean show of all fucking time. You might know of Running Man, you might know of Infinite Challenge, but you don't know The Genius. The Genius is the fucking best.
Genius, though.
He still hasn't probably even watched it.
I had a dream about The Genius last night.
Did you?
I did.
Because you haven't seen it all, and you should, or have you?
I haven't
actually
seen
went
one
back and
season.
watched it?
I haven't seen one season.
Okay.
But I had a dream about The Genius last night. It was so fucking
it?
weird. I woke up really frustrated. Like
Like-
I want to know the answer.
Like if I knew Korean,
Yeah.
my dream would be to be on that show. That show sounds so fun. You get a chance to show off how smart you are.
It's like a
and
real
how
life
cunning
manga.
you are.
It's like a real life
Yeah,
manga.
it's real life not Death Note. It's a real life liar's
Liar game, yeah.
if you know what that is. But anyways, Jima keeps saying, keep up the good work, Josh and Steven. I really enjoy it.
Thank you.
I'm really happy that you took up my recommendation for The Genius because I tried to get a lot of my friends from home watching that. They did not bite. Still makes me angry to this day.
All right.
Because it's like Kelvin of all people, which if you don't know, I used to do this podcast with one of my
Kelvin?
friends called Kelvin.
Yeah.
And like he watches all sorts of stuff, but he just would not give The Genius a chance. And you know why he wouldn't give The Genius a chance? Because there were no cute girls in it. There were no cute K-pop girls in it. Like he'll watch all these random ass shows like Showtime or One Fine Day or just random clips on random ass shows because he's like, oh, Sohyun's in it. I like Sohyun.
He didn't like Sohyun before though.
He did it. Oh, he didn't really know of her.
We were both like, "Hey, check Sohyun out."
And he recently messaged me. He was just like, I got a new bae, and it's Sohyun. I'm like, welcome to a year ago, motherfucker.
Oh, goddamn.
Anyways, thanks, Jima, for the review. And I understand that you are also praying with me that Genius will have another season because we
That would
don't
be
know if
great.
it'll have another season, but we were hoping.
I'm assuming it'd be really difficult, but they could take their time, kind of like Sherlock.
I hope they do because TVN has been making like really good show after really good show after really good show,
Yeah.
and so I think they said kind of budgetary that they weren't sure if another season will come out.
Yeah.
But I heard the ratings were really good for the last season of The Genius, so
Let's see.
they might.
So the next review is from Justin7 Blaine. He says, such a great podcast, opens so many doors to new and great music, so many groups and solo artists that I would never find on my own. Great opinions without bashing and funny without trying. If you are trying to find a good K-pop podcast, in Park
I don't understand this
voice when she told the camera and roommate to download Gotta Be You, download it.
Is that Park Bohm's voice? Download.
That's my invitation.
That's your invitation. So I don't watch Roommate, but maybe she made like a download it, maybe.
Yeah.
But yep, thank you, Justin7 Blaine, for those kind words. And the last thing, of course, we want to talk about is Audible. We talked about Drama Fever earlier in part 1. We want to thank Audible for sponsoring this podcast before we get to our number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Now, if you Audible, if you don't know, they have over 180,000 audio books available for download. And if you use our link, audibletrial.com/TWIK, you can sign up for a free 30-day trial and get a free book.
Yeah.
And by using our link, we get a little bit of the monies, and we get, we love you even more.
Yeah. And you guys may not know, but there are Star Wars books.
There are.
That extend beyond the trilogy, and there's a whole bunch of them.
None of them are official canon anymore, though.
Yeah,
but,
of course not.
okay.
But it's with the whole Star Wars hype.
Yeah.
You might wanna
Try one of those. I mean, I haven't read a Star Wars expanding universe book since I was in middle school or high school, so I don't even remember. But I did read a lot of them one summer because my mom was like, "Here's a library card. This is what you do in the summer," give it a chance. You can download any book, and you get to keep that book even if you
cancel the
30-day membership. So give it a try. That's audibletrial.com/TWIK.
Okay. So number 1, number 2. Let's just recap.
Yeah, let's recap.
Steven, your number 2.
My number 2 was J Park.
Yeah.
My last
all the J Park
solo.
songs. Yeah.
Mome.
Yeah.
Just reiterate just how good of a year it was for J Park.
Great year.
And how much we love those songs.
Okay. And my number 2 pick was Kisum, You and Me. Just so catchy.
So catchy.
Throughout the song. Fantastic song.
We talked at length. So.
And I just want to shake your hand on this.
Because we agreed.
Because I think this finally happened. We've
never agreed on number 1. What is the song, Josh? How many times did it make us think?
I'll say it once.
And I'll say it twice? I don't know where you're going
I'll
with this.
say it the first time. You can say it the second time.
Just how many times did we think about it, Josh?
Twice.
Okay. That's not where I thought we were going to sing the jingle. Because we think about it twice. Anyways, the song is called what?
Ohh Ahh. Ohh Ahh.
Mattress Giant.
모든 나를 가지고 매일 가만 안 두죠 내가 너무 예쁘죠 나 때문에 다 힘들죠 어디 걷고 있어도 빨간 바닥인 거죠 레드 카펫 같은 기분 모두 쳐다보죠 어떤 사람은 어머님이 누구냐고 신선하게만 걸어도 아무 느낌이 안 들죠 하지만 나도 누군가하고 사랑에 빠져보고 싶어 baby 잘 들어요 단 한 번도 느껴본 적 없는 걸 알게 해주는 사람 기다리고 있는 걸 얼마가 돼도 기다리고 싶어 I just wanna fall in love 어떻게 내가 움직일 수 없게 날 우아하게 만들어줘 가짜 진심 없는 가짜 잘가 우아하게 해 이제 더 할 말이 없게 날 우아하게 만들어줘 랄랄라 말만 하지 말까 느껴지게 우아하게 날 봐봐 또 두 번 봐 한 번 지나치고 등을 돌려 쳐다봐 커다라도 항상 빛나 하지만 내가 제일 빛나 낮은 신발 신어도 갇히는 하이 머릿속에 네 영화 속 같은 랄라라 잠에 눈이 지나갔네 생각만 해도 떨리네 이제는 나도 누군가하고 사랑에 빠져보고 싶어 baby 잘 들어요 단 한 번도 느껴본 적 없는 걸 알게 해주는 사람 기다리고 있는 걸 얼마가 돼도 기다리고 싶어 I just wanna fall in love 어떻게
So, twice. Our number 1, Josh. We agreed for once in our lives.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
Oh my god. See, honestly, I didn't expect this to be number 1.
No, I did
honest.
not.
When I first listened to it, I was a little bit lukewarm about it, to be honest.
I was like, oh, this is a good song. I remember you liking it a lot more than I did.
No, actually, so one of our listeners
Yeah.
Twittered me.
Yeah.
Or
Tweeted
added me, tweeted me. Whatever.
Tweeted
I ain't
you.
down with the twits.
Yeah.
And was like, hey, check out, like, when the song came out, I was like, hey, what do you think about the song? And so I watched it, and I was like, I don't really know. Like, I think, I literally said, like, I don't really know if I like the song, but the music video is amazing.
Yeah.
And so, like, I know when I first heard that song, I was like, And then yet, like, only a month later, or a month and a half later, because it hasn't been too long since the song was released, it is our number one song of 2015.
Like, so the reason why, for me, it's number one.
Yeah, why is it number one for you?
Steven and I both came into K-pop at a really specific time where K-pop was really, really catchy.
Yes.
And it was all about groups.
Yes.
And just, you kind of pick a group and you kind of stick to them. And I think Twice, this song, epitomizes everything that I love. 1, about K-pop. 2, about Korean music. 3, about pop songs. And just 4, about just getting into new fandoms, right? Like, for me, a lot of you may know if you're a longtime listener, but if you're new listeners, I'll explain. I am a Girls' Generation fan, just a Nishide fan. Steven was a Wonder Girls fan. So we're like oil and water, but
For the record, Wonder Girls was better until they sabotaged.
Okay, let's not talk about that here, Steven.
True,
but
they both kind of suck now.
But so Steven had 2 cats, and he named them after Wonder Girls members.
Yep.
Okay, and when I first started this podcast, Steven was a little bit scared to visit my room because it was just plastered with Sunshine posters.
Yep.
And as much as we kind of make fun of that old Josh and old Steven, like, we miss those days.
I've never had my posters of Wonder Girls on my wall. That's just not the type of fan that I am.
What about your fucking cats?
I named my cats Yubin and Sumi because they're cool names and they were cute. Is that worse, actually? Do you think that's worse that I named my cats their names instead of, like,
So
posters?
I have a lot of posters, and you named your cats.
But see, I don't see, like, I'm not going to wake up.
Anyways,
when I wake up, my whole room is like a girl's face staring at me.
Anyways,
You understand the level that we were
Yeah.
at. And
This is really long-winded, by the way. I don't know. I don't even know where you're fucking going. Okay.
you keep interrupting me.
You're right.
So we were really we really try to stay away from, just shows and in general, try to keep as biased as possible right now. Because
That's not biased as possible.
not biased as possible, right? Last year I was more biased, right? And then I kind of lost that Girls' Generation fire, that fandomness.
If you go back to early Josh podcasts, like, Josh was... We've talked about this a lot. Like, you were very, I think, welcoming to everything.
Yeah.
You really, I remember the reaction video we stayed up for the Girls' Generation. Not Catch Me If You Can. What's the one before that? Mister. And how excited you were, and we went to the Girls' Generation concert, and that was a long time ago.
And doing this podcast, listening to just so much Korean music, you kind of lose a little bit of that fandom.
Yeah.
You lose a bit of that what I like to call K-pop fervor. We make fun of people all the time for being biased and having K-pop fervor, but deep down, at least for me, I kind of like miss those days where I was just like so excited about something.
I do want to clarify. We never bash on K-pop fervor. It's great if you like the group that you like. What we don't like is when you universally like what your favorite group likes or puts out.
Yeah.
So we don't like it when, like, when we, it's like, because it's BTS or because it's this, you instantly like everything that they do. That's what we don't like. But you can love, you can be obsessed with whoever you want, as long as, you take a step back when you're evaluating their output.
And the thing is, Steven and I, we don't have that K-pop fervor anymore.
Nope.
We kind of only listen to songs that we kind of only like. We don't really follow certain artists. We kind of like keep an eye out for them because they kind of put music out that we like. Yeah. But listening to Twice, watching this music video, it gives me a little bit of that flavor.
Brought you back.
Of just like, oh man, who's that girl? We gotta find that girl. And it's like, oh man, she's so cute. And it's just like,
oh, she's 15.
And then we find ourselves like watching like performance videos and like.
It has been a very long time since we went down that rabbit hole. And we went down this rabbit hole together.
Yeah, and this song reminded me so much of why also I wanted to do this podcast in the first place. Because when me and Steven came to Korea, there weren't as many K-pop fans as we thought there would be. And Steven and I kind of clung together because we both like K-pop. And we found out that our K-pop tastes were pretty different actually. Even to this day, it's pretty different. Even though we have a lot of things that are similar.
This is probably the most similar we've ever been at this point.
And that just makes me like happy that, you know, I can kind of share some K-pop fervor with a fellow K-pop fan who's my friend. And that is like why we do this podcast.
Yeah.
It's because we want to talk about songs that you like that you may not have a friend to like kind of go crazy about it and be like, oh man, she's so cute. Oh man, he's so handsome. And just listening to this song, it just makes me happy, man. Just happy that, you know, we've been doing this podcast, you know, more than 2 years now, right?
Yep.
And
I mean, it's been almost 3 for me. It's probably been about a year and a half.
Yeah. But this is the second time that we've done this kind of yearly end thing. And
we didn't do it the first time, sadly.
And it just makes me happy that, you know, this is K-pop, man.
I'm just happy that we agree because last year it was like, brrr, and I was like, number one, we are 100% gonna match number 1, and he didn't even put that fucking song in his list. Do you remember?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really regret it actually.
I'm sure you don't, but at the time,
you were heartbroken.
I was heartbroken. Because
why?
Because last year, like I think the most mutual love that we had for a song was 4 Minute Only Gain Weight. And then you ended up picking Akmu, and I was like, you motherfucker.
But you're like, I can understand why you like it.
I mean, I understand why you picked Akmu, but still, I thought we were on the same page, and we weren't. Yeah. And this year, we were on the same page.
See that expectation, it's been met.
True.
Right? And it makes you feel good.
So yeah, I mean, why did I pick this song as number 1? Like, as I said earlier, like I think this year was actually not a great year for catchy K-pop songs. Like I think a lot of people are really hype on FX4 Walls and very hype on Shiny's View, very hype on like these kind of differing songs.
Like kind of new age.
Yeah. And you know, as you said, like while I don't not like those songs, like I got into K-pop for a very specific reason, and Twice's like Ohh Ahh is that reason. It's catchy. It's
K-pop,
cute.
man.
It is K-pop. It is absolutely K-pop.
Man.
It is cute girls doing cute things, singing a fun song that is catchy and that gets in your head. And that is everything that I've always wanted. And it's something that's been missing for a very long time.
Yeah, like it's been a long time since Steven and I have been able to fanboy.
Yeah.
And it's really odd that we can fanboy together. And that's, I think, why Twice, like, Ohh Ahh is number 1, man.
So I'm really worried about 2016 because, as we both know and how we mentioned, like, GOT7 had, like, a really good song and a really bad song, a really good song, a really bad song. It's really up and down. So I'm really worried about what their second song will be like. But, you know, because we liked Twice so much, we actually looked at their album, which is very, very rare for me. And they have a song on their album that I also really, really like. What's
like
the
Crazy.
Song? Like Crazy, yeah.
미쳤나 봐.
Yes,
like that.
yes. And that song is so 3 years ago K-pop.
Yeah.
And that's what I just love about that song. And I am so happy. I'm so happy that A, we agreed. B, that this exists and I can kind of fanboy a little bit about it. But, you know, it is only one song.
The bar is set so high.
Yeah.
Like, we follow Twice. We're going to follow Twice to a more deeper degree compared to, like, other groups. But, like, honestly, if they put out a really, really shitty second song, like, that's going to take us down again.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'm, like... I wouldn't call myself a fan of Twice yet, right? It's way too early for that.
But I get a twinge of it.
Yeah.
Twinge.
And we didn't really mention that much, but like I can't tell you how much I love this music video. Like I think this music video, like while BTS's Joro is the best music video, yeah, this is the second best music video.
I think so.
Because it has steady shots where it's not just cut. It shows off.
You see the members.
You see all the members like kind of one by one, which is very important for a new group.
You see a dance.
You see the dance. You see, it doesn't have that gross ass mellow filter that everybody uses. It's bright. It's in HD. It's got random zombies for no reason other than just because.
The cuts are really smooth.
Cuts are really smooth. Their outfits are great. It's kind of funny.
It's humorous.
It's humorous. It has like extras at the end, which we've mentioned before. How much we weirdly like extras.
There's a dance break, but it has a chant.
Dude, you know how much long time I hate dance breaks. I think dance breaks are the worst things in songs
I'm half and
because
half.
I don't dance. Right? Like, so for me, a lot of times in a dance break, just waiting for the song to continue, you know? But this dance break has a chant, and the chant is probably it's probably the catchiest part of the entire song. It is
Think about it twice.
It's such a great chant. Like, I think the chant is actually what threw it over, over for me. But, yeah, I think...
Good golly, Miss Molly.
As much as we were kind of scared about the year of K-pop, because the first few months we really were not enjoying that much.
It's like K-pop groups, not like K-music in general, but K-pop specifically.
Yeah. And even if you look at our top 10 list, like, we didn't mention almost all of the big name groups. And to be honest, I think Big Bang... thinking about it twice after we've recorded this, I don't even know if I should have put Big Bang in. I really think I put Big Bang in because it's Big Bang. I think there are more songs that I enjoy more, like Park Kyung, I like more than that, right? There are other songs that I enjoyed more than Big Bang's Loser, but we really, like, this was the kind of B, C tier indie groups collaboration year. I think a lot of big name groups really let us down this year.
And what's really surprising is I think that we are in the middle of a K-pop revolution, because the first kind of revolution, the first wave was like G.O.D., H.O.T., like,
Sure.
Sekis and like Vox, Baby Vox, stuff like that. And the second wave was like your Super Juniors, your Big Bangs, Girls' Generation, Wonder Girls, right? And then now I think we're getting into the third.
I mean, I've had this like semi-argument on Reddit before about like what's 3 and what's 4. I think it gets kind of muddied because in Gen 1 there were maybe 8 groups that debuted that whole year, and in Gen 2 maybe 10 groups would debut that whole year, and we just looked at the list of 2015 groups that debuted, and it was like 120.
Shit ton.
So I think it gets a little harder, but no, I think
the exact start is ambiguous.
Yeah. But I would say that, there is a whole era of SHINee and FX and, there's a whole middle area before we get to now. But I do think as far as the cute K-pop-y as emphasis on the pop.
That's what I mean.
Emphasis on the pop is definitely, 17 is on our list, Twice is on our list. And, G-Friend wasn't on our list, but we do enjoy G-Friend.
It was in that 5 to 10 song group.
Yeah, I wasn't in 5 to 10, but it was maybe in 21 to 30.
Like Me Gustas
yeah,
too,
Me Gustas too.
Woo!
Except I really liked Me Gustas too at the time, and you were kind of like, you didn't.
And
same with Lovelies. Same with Lovelies. I was
happened?
always talking about how much I enjoy Lovelies, and then you were like, fuck that shit.
You know
what
song that's really growing on me? Achu.
Oh, so that's not the one that I enjoy, but I can understand that you like that. Achoo. I was talking to somebody on Twitter about like we just talked about April's Moi, but fuck me in the butthole. I love that song.
Love that song more.
It's so bad, but it's so catchy.
And that's K-pop for you, man.
Yeah,
that's K-pop.
So I think overall, like, if you've never heard, if you made it this far and you didn't hear of any of these songs, please give them a download. Please give them a chance, because I think, I've seen a lot of top 10 lists from other people, either on Reddit or on whatever, and like, we didn't have a lot of groups that, like, I think we have very specialized lists. I think
so.
A lot of the songs on our list, not many people that don't listen to this podcast have heard of.
Yeah.
And so, if you're a new listener from Drama Fever or anywhere else, I hope you enjoyed it. But of course, stay tuned, because next week we're going to have our after show.
Yeah.
And our after show is the more laid back kind of, we talk about whatever, but we're specifically going to talk about some of the songs that didn't make our top 10 list that we haven't mentioned.
But we still enjoyed to a good degree.
Yeah, like don't misunderstand. Like,
It was a good listen.
It was a good listen. Like, all the way to number 30, right?
Yeah.
Like, are great songs.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, there's a lot of songs that we haven't talked about.
Yeah.
We're going to give out some awards that we think who deserves best, rookie group, best artist, most funkiest song, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then we're going to, of course, flashback a little bit to last year's 2014 list.
Top 10.
Which I have looked at, but I don't think Josh has looked
I
at
haven't
in a
looked at
year.
it. The only thing I remember really is Only Gain Weight and Act On.
Such a great song.
And the fact that we had like a shit ton of AOA.
We had a lot of AOA.
Yeah.
Actually, AOA was number 2. I think we both agreed on AOA is number 2.
two. Yeah.
Very much like My J Park was number 2. But so thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. And stick around because while January would be a little bit weird because Josh is going back to America.
Yeah, I won't really be back until like maybe even February.
Oh, you won't be. We're gonna figure something out because I don't want you guys to have to wait for any podcasts. So I'm gonna still try to do something every week. Maybe with Mina if Mina's still here.
Yeah.
Maybe by myself. Probably not by myself. But we'll figure something out. But thanks for watching. Don't forget, check out our sponsors: Drama Fever, Audible. Find us on Twitter, Instagram. This Week in K-pop.
Yeah.
I don't post that much, but sometimes we do.
And I'm thinking about starting a Snapchat maybe.
Josh says those things, but he never does.
No, it's because it's really annoying because I don't even update my personal one.
He doesn't even update anything.
Steven does all of the heavy lifting, if you guys don't know.
Which is none. Because I suck at updating things. But anyways, thanks again, and we'll see you guys next time, hopefully. Don't forget to think about it twice. Bye. Welcome to the after show for episode 82 of This Week in K-pop. If this is your first time tuning in, this is not the main episode. This is where we put the rambling after the main episode, where we talk about random topics of interest.